Welcome. My name is William and I am a beginner guitar player. So today I am going through my lessons or reviewing the past lessons. So my trainer is talking about practicing the up strum, like down, up string, up strum.
Make sure that you can get that feeling where your hand is moving quite relaxed up and down,
One
down
and
and up.
two and
Now when
three
you're
and
moving on to
four
playing the
and
guitar,
one
very
and
important.
two and
So I want you to
three
try
and
and up
four
all of
and
the
one
strings
and
in time.
two and three
Okay, so
and
just going
four and one
one
and two
and
and three
two
and four
and
and one
three
and two
and
and three
four
and
and
four.
one and two and three and
Four
four and
and one and two and three and four and
count
one,
along with it as you're
two,
doing it. It's a really
three
good idea.
and
Might feel a little bit silly in the early
four
stages, but just
and
one
one and
and
two
two and
and
three
three
and
and
four.
four and
Getting used
one,
to the count, getting used
two
to the
and
movement,
three
solidifying in your
and
body and in your
four
mind.
and
One
one
and
and
two
two and
and
three
three and
and four
four.
and
This relationship
two
between the one, two, three, and four, and the
and
down motion and the and the up
four
motion.
and
Something that you
one
really want to
and
build a strong
two
relationship with,
and
particularly as you're tapping
three
fast
and
chords. You
four
should be tapping your
and
foot with the
one
one, two, three, and
and
the four as
two
well. Okay,
and
all of those things
three
combined
and
will make a big
four and
difference. Now,
one and
the
two
reality of it is,
and
when you're doing an
three
upstrum,
and four
it's usually just the thinnest 3 or 4 strings. The down strum will lead you kind of in toward the body of the guitar, and the up strum moves slightly away. It's very rare that you strum all of the strings with an up strum. You can choose to do it. So I will sometimes choose to strum all of the strings, but as a kind of general principle for beginners, you want to think that an up strum is just you get 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I think understanding that the up strum is usually only going to strum the thinnest few strings can be a really helpful thing. It's a whole heap of worry that you don't have the, oh, I'm not strumming all of the strings. Okay? Particularly the thicker strings. For a lot of chords we're playing, we don't want to strum the thicker strings anyway. For a D minor chord or an A minor chord, we don't want to play the thicker string anyway. So if you're doing an up strum, to be able to kind of strum up and then get away on the fifth string, say, for an A minor chord, to strum up and then not the thicker string. I mean, who can do that? I can't do that. That would be like really, really impossible. So that's part of the reason. All about CAPO. Fifth fret, play the same chord. Sounds quite a bit higher. Let me just talk about the different types of CAPO first of all. This first CAPO that I'm showing you here is a brand of CAPO. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. This is a brand that I've used for a long time, probably 20 years. just behind the metal, not on top of the metal,
Yeah.
just behind it. You should get it nice and clear. If you put it too far back, you get this sort of thing going on. So you see it's clamped, and that's, even if I press really hard, it's still not there. You have to move it a bit further up. Okay, so it's kind of halfway, but you'll generally get a lot better. Just like the thing that I talked about with finger placement, how important it is to get your finger just before the frame. Like an E chord. So I play that and then an E chord. It's exactly the same. So at the beginning of that song.
Okay, that's my practice for today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.